Dr. Jerry Cook spent 50 years as a pastor, teaching and writing about the presence of the Holy Spirit and of Christ in everyday life, including speaking in tongues. But in a conversation with a young pastor, he realized the need to explain this topic in a practical, accessible way for those who may have only been exposed to it through shocking manifestations of fanaticism. In this conversation, the young pastor wondered what the big deal was. And when Jerry got over his anger at this dismissive assessment, he tackled the concept head on. In The Holy Spirit, So What's the Big Deal?, Jerry Cook asserts that it is possible to be a sane, intellectually honest, biblical, and dynamic Christian who is filled with the Holy Spirit, speaks in tongues, and effectually ministers the full life of Christ. Inside this book, you'll find practical, biblical answers to the questions of the young pastor and of other Christians who have struggled with this concept. Follow the radical relocation of God from out there to with us to in us, and visualize the remarkable implications of this radical move to the Christian's everyday life. In accessible terms, Jerry Cook explains that we're not just to do what Jesus would do, but rather to be who Jesus would be. In this way, we can bring visibility to His presence and access to His life and hope. The Holy Spirit, So What's the Big Deal? By Jerry Cook.